Hi, my lovelies. I'm Melanie D, and I'm back with the Corpse Garden Chronicles to bring you another spooky story. Today I have another story by Jenny Elliott called Going Home. Callie walked into the run-down two-story faded blue house. She noticed the chipping paint, pieces of siding falling off, shutters, and various other parts of the house were falling apart, as well as she sent her senses into the house. She could feel a couple of someones or somethings reach back to her and welcome her. She had been curious since she was 5 to find out who was calling to her. Her parents knew it was there too and constantly told her not to go see the beings within. They kept saying whatever they were makes them feel uneasy. To her, it felt more like coming home. She opened the door to a very lavish contrast to the outside. The living room to the left of the foyer was warmly lit by a fire. The flickering light glows across to 2 overstuffed red recliners, as well as an overstuffed red couch. Suddenly the light came on in the foyer, startling her. The sudden illumination revealed a lady dressed in a long forest green skirt and a white peasant blouse. Callie peered around in the now lit room, very surprised by a well-kept foyer with a beautiful dark wood furnishings all around. "You finally came, little Callie," the lady greeted. Callie didn't say what she was thinking. For cripe's sake, she was 10 and a half. Practically fully grown. "Hello, ma'am. I have felt a calling to this place for a long time. Was it you?" The lady smiled with her beautiful matte black lips. "Yes, my husband and I have been calling you home, where you belong. Would you like to join us in the sitting area? You can sit wherever you like." Callie followed her into the sitting room. She saw an older-looking lanky man with a belly bulge and graying-black hair that falls into his smiling blue eyes. In the left overstuffed chair, she could have sworn no one was there before. She inwardly strutted, guessing she wasn't paying attention, but so definitely wanting to know more. As she sat down on the couch, she noticed the coffee table was covered in small chocolate cakes, fruit and yogurt cups with strawberries, peaches, and granola, milk, and so much more. There were so many surprises here. What did this lady have in store? "We have so many things to show you. We would love for you to play with our other children. There is a large library with all the books you could ever want to read. We have many friends with many other kids for you to meet." The lady sounded so excited and happy at the prospect of her meeting all these people. This made Callie a bit nervous, and she didn't like the idea. No one ever wanted to hang out with her, or was ever interested in hauntings or other spooky stories. "I don't know your names, and I'm not very good at talking to people. No one ever likes me," she said, knowing they will probably change their minds. Why would they want a nerd like her? "I am Salma, and this is Garrison," she introduced. "Hello, dear," Garrison's greets. "Did you want to come meet everyone?" Callie was starting to feel really unsure and anxious. She couldn't feel anyone else here. She didn't understand how there would be others if it felt empty except for her and the 2 weird adults that were to her left in the recliner. "No, thank you. I really must go home now," she said, as she got up and sprinted to the door. "That is not there anymore? What is happening?" She whirled around, facing them. By entering the door, you signed the contract to become ours, Selma said in a sickeningly sweet voice. Callie bolted down the hallway. The door at the end was not getting any closer. She ran as she heard legs could go, fast as her legs could go. It seemed even farther away. She was breathing so hard, and tears were streaming down her face. She was beginning to fear. She knew which haunted house story she was in. Loud shrieking started to fill the air, and her chest tightened from the energy on top of the fear and bellowing. She tried to run even harder. The shrieking got louder and louder. Then she could feel the thick energy that made breathing so hard envelop her, and she was stuck down into the floor. Her last thought was, apparently this is my home now. Thank you for listening, and a special thanks to our author, Jenny Elliott, second editor, producer, Jenny Elliott, Fake Corpse Incorporated, Jody Collins, Nathan Dabbs, Karen Darwin, Cassie Elliott, and Sophia Elliott. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time for another spooky adventure.